All right, what's up, guys? How you guys doing today? Diaz Vlogs here, back again with another video. This is a post-fight interview right now. So actually, we have Coach James with us, and we also got Jimmy with us.
What up?
How you guys doing today? How you guys feeling?
Chilling, man.
Great. Feeling really good.
Yeah, definitely. This is definitely really awesome. I'm super happy that I got to, have you guys here, and I really thank you, for your time and everything, for doing this. This is super awesome. The event was crazy. Actually, speaking of the event, James actually fought in the Total Fight Challenge, and Coach James was there, helping him out, and it was definitely a really awesome event. If you guys want to check that out, make sure you guys check it out in the previous video and the footage. And thank you guys for coming into the live stream as well. And so make sure you guys stay tuned for that. But actually, for the Total Fight Challenge, when you guys first went in there, I'm gonna start with you first. Sure. For the experience, fighters, just field of view. What did you feel, as to going into the Total Fight Challenge and seeing everybody there, and from the first point perspective, the first thing you thought when you went in?
As soon as I got there, it was just pure excitement. I knew what I was there for. I knew what was coming for the night. All I wanted to do was perform. That's it.
Definitely, man, and that's awesome. You definitely had that focus when I saw you. Which was really nice. And for you, Coach James, what did you, expect, like for the fight, or how did you feel when you first walked in there as well,
I think for James, he was a first-time fighter, so there's always an anxiety to taking a guy in there when they're, they're new. Because, you see what they do in training, you see, what they're capable of. You never know until you're actually tested. And, he definitely passed that test, no doubt. And Total Fight Challenge as an event, Joe Goitia, he's been around forever. It was like one of the first ones doing shows. So it's always a good place to take him out, test the new guy. Also take the guys with experience. That whole card, was just like stacked with fights, him, Justin. So it was definitely a good time, but proud of him. Outside of the anxiety of, what's going to happen, it was real good. He had an amazing performance.
And that's awesome, because, seeing from everybody when I had the vlog too, everybody's showing that support, and how you were talking and everything in the beginning, the fight, and that's really cool, just to see that from, a different point of view, for the first time going to an event like this.
Definitely.
And so another question that I have for you is that when you're preparing for all the training that you did and the hard work, what was the one thing that you thought it was your priority and something to take initiative to better yourself to do the best performance you can?
Oh man, I couldn't even break it down to one priority. There were so many different things. I spent literally 3 months, 4 months training for that fight. 5-6 days a week, 2-3 times a day. Morning, night. So I just had my baby girl. You know what I mean?
Congratulations.
Running the business with New Path, just getting on with them. So there was a lot of stuff riding on this fight, man.
Yeah, definitely, man. And it's all that, and you carried that, and you did win. So that was awesome, and you showed all that hard work that you did throughout that performance. Literally inspiring, yours and Justin's fight. That was definitely something that motivated me even, and probably motivated others. So that definitely really did show.
Yeah, it definitely feels good, especially after winning something like that. It definitely shows that work finally definitely paid off.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. And being there, supporting him while, with all that training and that regimen that he was going through, and helping him with pointers and stuff, and basically motivating him for this fight too. How did you feel on the part that you did, that helped inspire yourself as well? Like, what did you feel that was amazing, that satisfied you,
I think inspiration for anybody that's coaching anybody is going to be, first and foremost, like seeing growth, right? He's been with me, over a year, almost, right? And we put in the effort fully on a fight camp for 3 months. And there was no question to his ability or want to train, but when you give them the extra to get them to step up, and then you get to not only see them progress through that, but then the outcome, be what it was, him winning, him doing successful movements, we would call out commands, he knew what to hit. That means everybody's on the same page, you know, and that's inevitably what you want, because our job is to keep them safe, and the only way we can keep them safe is like, hey man, making sure you know what your stuff is, make sure you know how to move. But James is smart, James is a smart kid, athletic, he's got an acuity, and I think that fight alone, even going into that last round, something we discussed about gassing out was, even when he was getting tired, it wasn't because he wasn't landing and throwing, but even then he had the acuity to move, slip, rearrange, put himself in positions, keep himself safe. So some minor changes in going forward now that he knows what that feels like. Capable of being kinetic, being fluid, slipping everything, kind of looked like a large Zilla a little bit. But very good, man. And more importantly, showed his mettle. He showed that he's tough. You know, that's what you want to see. Guys get spooked as shit when they're tired. You know, they get tired when the fear comes out, right?
Yeah.
So him being able to show all the acumen that he would need to go forward, it makes us excited for April. April's going to be an amazing fight, which you'll be on again.
Absolutely, you already know.
Yeah, make sure you guys stay tuned for that. And that was definitely very well said, Coach. I definitely, hearing that right now, to show that support, it definitely shows the passion, just the inspiration that you give off to others, and that's really something that I like, to even hear from you, because then it inspires me to do more better. And just hearing how he's pushed you forward and you won your fight, that's remarkable. Like,
Absolutely.
That's awesome. And that's, like you were saying, I was laughing a little bit because when he was dodging all that, it kind of reminded me, like Mike Tyson go, whoa, and when James was going, I even sat there, I was like, whoa, what's going on? Dang, he really dodged all that.
Man, don't get hit.
And that was very well, movement, because the other guy was definitely, he was throwing some kicks, just continuously.
Yeah, Alex is a warrior, man. That guy definitely he pulled something deep out of me, man. He put up a really good fight. I mean, I couldn't have asked for a better opponent, you know what I mean?
And that's awesome, and continuing off of that, how did you feel, like when you were fighting him, something that you saw in him, that was just, you learned something, like what did you learn?
Man,
from him?
that guy, his cardio, first of all, is great. That guy kept coming at me, and I hit him with some blows, man. That guy was able to eat some shots and keep coming at me no matter what. And that alone, I was not expecting that, you know what I mean? So, I mean, him coming forward on me like that was definitely something I wasn't expecting, but I knew I had taken the first 2 rounds, so it was just, taking that third one home and finishing that last round.
Yeah, that's awesome, man, and that's crazy, that, like, taking all those blows, from him and all that.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I hit him with some heavy blows. He hit me with some blows too, but, I mean, speed-wise, I don't think... I think I just had the upper hand on that.
Yeah, naturally. I saw how you were just swift in the movements with the knees, especially, man. When you were coming at him with the knees, like, at that moment, did you have, like, a specific strategy in mind, or was there something that
the strategy was definitely not to get in a clinch. This guy was way taller than me, so the whole clinching thing was really just, trying to keep him from rushing me. The game plan was to take out the legs, hit him in the body, and eventually end up taking the head off. But, like I said, in the first round, I ended up rocking him, changed up the game plan a little bit to try and finish him off. The guy just kept coming, so, we had to change up the game plan a little bit after that. But
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I would imagine definitely wanted to stay out of the clinch with him. He was definitely way taller. Those knees were definitely a lot more dangerous at that point from him.
I remember when I saw that flying kick that he did, I was like, dude, like, he literally launched, and I was like, what, how, like, what?
I think it was just a little frustration. I mean, like you said, you put everything you have into punching a guy, and you keep missing him. Eventually, it builds up and it frustrates.
I was telling him too earlier. I was like, dude, I was worried about that kick for a second. He shook it off. The second one, he like sidestepped like out of the way.
The first one definitely got me, but it was more like a push kick, so it didn't hurt too much.
That was definitely good that you did get out of that, and seeing, from, your point of view, everything, I just talked to him about, like, for his opponent. What did you see, like, from his opponent that either you want to learn more off of, or something that you just want to mention, definitely with his opponent?
I mean, the kid's had other fights, and from what I understand, he's done, martial arts for quite a long time, so he was very skilled. And, you want that, to some degree. You don't want some guy who doesn't have skill. James doesn't suck, and we're coming for belts.
Absolutely.
But James doesn't suck, and, you also want to know that you're going to fight a tough guy. And, that kid was almost 6 footer or taller.
Yeah, he's tall, man.
Had the range and everything, knew how to use his range, but James was able to do what he does in training and everywhere else, and that was play the slip game while still landing volume and combinations. Yeah. And so, the kid did everything right that he was supposed to do, but I don't think he, usually when you got a shorter fighter versus a taller fighter, they're not slipping in and getting in the pocket and launching up on you. James was able to keep it out at range and throw kicks, and then able to come in and box him and throw combinations. And I don't think he could adjust to that because, James wasn't in that range the whole time. Yeah. So I think for both of them, I think James is learning, hey, punching up, 8 inches will tire you out. And I think that kid took a lot of lessons, too, from how James moved, because it wasn't typical. Guys at an amateur level, especially, first fight in, they're not slipping and moving with that much coordination. And it wasn't like sloppy, I'm out of the way on accident kind of shit. It was very intentional. And, it showed even when he was tired, I was able to keep him safe, re-engage on the clinch. So, he, like you said, went for our game plan, but then also showed the ability to adjust. And that other kid was adjusting too, man.
Yeah,
so,
definitely.
That kid wasn't no slouch.
That was a great fight,
They were going back and forth trying to really fucking figure it out. And do that all the way up until the end. And that's important as a fighter, especially a young one,
Yeah, and that's definitely really cool, because, like, literally, like, the first 30 seconds of, like, the match, like, when you guys start off, you guys are literally experimenting and seeing, what to do and configure so that when you plan ahead, your plan of attack, you start learning as you go. And that's what I really saw, throughout the fight. And your movements and everything was just so natural, like Coach said earlier, swift, and just very smooth, literally all the movements you literally did. So it was good because you did dodge a lot of punches and kicks that man was throwing, and if one of those would have kept going, it's crazy. But
he was definitely putting some heart behind him.
With that movement that you did, and as you kept going on with the knee, especially those knees, man.
Yeah,
those were really nice.
I appreciate it, man.
I literally could hear them, man, from up there. So I was like, you were hitting hard, man.
Like I said, he was eating them. He just kept coming. I was surprised myself. So
yeah, definitely. And so guys, that's really all that there is, and the passion. You guys literally hear them, how much time that's put into this and the training, so definitely just know that when you are up for something like this and the passion is burning, that you're going all in, because you see he won his fight and he put all that passion and dedication, the sweat, maybe even the tears, and it's just so much focus in the prep time. And you had how long were you prepping for this fight actually?
They told us for 3 months, so we had 3 months of prep for it, so that was a full time.
And did you feel like that satisfied you, as like for prep time everything was nice and perfect for you?
Absolutely, I think it showed itself in the ring.
Sweet. And what did you think, like when they first started, to announce for that 3 months, what was your plan of attack in the beginning, or what did you want to aim for your students, to go in?
Consistency and growth. A lot of these guys come to this fight game. And I'll say this to a lot of you young dudes that want to fight, man. Don't come to a gym and waste time, because there's a lot of guys that they only show up twice a week, or they only show up to sparring, or they do the simplest of shit, and they pay for it in the cage, and they make your coaches look like shit, and it sucks. So for me, when he took this fight, because I haven't dealt with fighters in a while, I'm getting back to wanting to deal with them. And what we built we've got like 14 guys fighting in the next few months. And James and Justin were the first ones to kick off the year for us. And the big thing that's been the mantra through the whole process is just consistency and accountability. Show up. If you want to be stronger, you can't lift 1 week, be sore, and be like, oh, we're taking a week off. That doesn't pan out well. And it was exciting to see, from month to month, them actually grow. And, some fight camps are only 6 to 8 weeks. We had a good 90-day calendar. So, the next one is going to be even better because he understands how to grow off that. Everything is coordinated. You got to have a plan and a process, but that same process has to be followed through if you want that result,
Small tweaks here and there.
Exactly. Yeah, and that's what, like pushed me, to wanting to in the future compete myself, and that's why, like, I definitely, when I saw you guys, and after Justin's fight too, and even though he lost, he put all that effort, he showed a beautiful performance, so if you see this too, Justin, you did such an amazing, beautiful performance, so it was definitely really awesome.
His performance and his heart, man, that got me going. So
that was a close split decision, man. He did really well. Holy shit.
I never felt such adrenaline, man, behind on the camera, dude. I was sitting there, I was starting to jump up and down, and I was like pouncing on the floor, man, and that definitely pushed me, I'm dropping weight currently. I'm gonna push hard, for either late this year or early next year. So that's what I'm hoping for.
Accountability, remember? We'll be back.
Yes,
we'll definitely be back.
Because we call people out now in this place. Ask James.
So definitely, man. You guys stay tuned for that. But guys, definitely thank you so much for today, and thank you so much, just for coming out and just explaining the awesome experience, and thank you, Coach James, for letting me come in, and do this. And
glad to have you as a student, and I'm glad to see you doing this vlog stuff.
Thank you for having me on. This is awesome.
Definitely, thank you. I really appreciate that. It definitely pushes me hearing that, and wanting to become a better person and just a better vlogger for you guys, and you know, better for live streaming for you guys. So
There you go.
I definitely thank you guys for staying in tune. Is there anything that you guys wanted to put out there for them, or anything that you guys wanted to share before we go?
Yeah, you know, thank you to all my sponsors, all my support, obviously Coach James, everybody at New Path Martial Arts, you know, Bang Muay Thai, you know, that's what we do here. My sponsors, you know, Stitch Smiles Productions, Fabulous Auto Sales, we have Fuller Firearms, Vector, you know, all those guys helped us out. So, you know, again, I appreciate all your help. You know, obviously my lovely wife, who, you know, just gave birth to my baby girl Tessa, so I appreciate all of
once
that.
again, yeah. Is there anything you want to say?
Yeah, man, big thank you to you first and foremost. Proud of James, proud of my whole team. If you guys can, check out bangmuaythai.com for Dwayne Ludwig's affiliation. That's what we represent. You can check out newpathmartialarts.com where you can find Bang Muay Thai Joliet. Also, a big shout out to the 10 Planet System, to Eddie Bravo, to New Path Kempo Karate for what we're doing at our academy. And also, Total Fight Challenge coming up in April. We got a few more guys coming out, so big shout out to Joe Goitia for an awesome show. Very
And of course, everybody out there, you know, all you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for all the love and support, and that was very well said, both of you guys, you know, and that's really cool. But thank you guys so much for staying tuned. Thank you guys for staying for the live stream here on Facebook. If you guys did enjoy this video, please give a like, share, comment, subscribe. And if you guys did like this video on the live stream, please give out a share, and it definitely means a lot for all of us, you know, for staying tuned today. But thank you guys so much. You guys all have a good rest of the day. Please give a like, share, comment, subscribe. Diaz Vlogs is out.